Okay, welcome to CNS 2003. In this chapter, we will talk about, we will discuss Active Directory. Active Directory is it contains all the important information for your domain controller. Okay. Your domain controller is the brain of your client server network. Okay. We used to call them primary domain controller and backup domain controller, but now in Windows Server, we don't call them primary and backup. Instead, numbers are used to identify DCs. يعني مثلا DC1, DC2. Okay. And Active Directory can support scalable networks, big networks, multi-master domain controller model. Okay. When we install Active Directory in the lab, you will be asked here, if this is your first domain, then it is a new forest. Okay, let me explain to you. If I am going to a piece of land, big land, and I plant the first tree, this is my domain. This plant, I will call it, this is the root of my forest. Because maybe it will be a forest, maybe it will be only a farm. But actually, this tree is the root of the forest. Okay? So these are the steps to install the Active Directory. We are going to do this in the lab, inshallah. You need to know that Active Directory is hierarchy, like a tree, for stem and branches. So here we have hct.com, then we have ue.hct. So these are child domains. This is the domain. Yeah. So again, here they put the example duati.local because of the name of the book. This is the forest. So here we have the root, UOL. Okay. Then we have USUOL, UK. Then we have another forest, rct.com. Okay, and there is a two-way transitive trust. Okay, so people here are trusted to log into both domains in the forest. Okay, so this is how we install the child domain. All the objects and their attributes inside the Active Directory, we call them schema. Okay, we call them schema. So schema is stored on all domain controllers in the Active Directory network so that they are all synchronized. And if I come to this computer here, I log in, I can log in. If I'm traveling and I log in, I'll be able to log in. Okay. The Active Directory role is being installed and the server gets promoted. Yeah, this is how you install in the lab. We will do it. Actually, you will add it as a role. Then after you add the role, you need to promote your computer to become a domain controller. So we have this is summary of single operations master domain controllers. We have a schema, one per forest. Schema master, one per forest. All of them, they will have the same schema master database. Okay. And domain naming master. Per domain, we can have infrastructure master and RID master and PDC emulator master. This is my forest. You see here we have these child domains. What is the difference, Yani? Why don't I just keep working like working group? Why do I need to install domain controller and I have server client network? Because it will allow me, it will give me more features, security, scalability, efficiency, okay? Example of work group network, peer-to-peer. When a computer joins a domain, the security account manager, Sam, in the local computer trusts the Active Directory authentication mechanism, which is a key purpose in a DC. Hence, the user is being authenticated by a DC in a network and not from the local SAM. يعني أنت الحين you have a local computer. You have a local computer, okay? If you are not in the network, you log in, you just put your username and password. Once you join the network, once you join the domain, you will put the username and password identified in the network, like here for our college. And once you do that, you are trusted also by your local computer. أنت سويت log in صح by the server, but also your computer trusted. Okay? This authentication is called SAM, Security Account Manager. We have forest functional level and the domain functional level. Forest is the higher one. Okay, as we said, we are in a hierarchy topology. Now this is what we are going to do. We are going to create a forest. We are going to create a domain controller. Inshallah. Namespace. Namespace, yani how do we name the domains inside my domain? So what is the main domain here? What is the master, or what is the domain name? Duwati.local. And programming, this is child domain, and this is IT training.local. This is a tree domain. Okay. This is child domain of what, Hadi? Ahsan. Yeah, of Duwati local. All right. They are all in the same forest. Now, what is site? Let's say we have a bank. The bank has a branch. In the branch, they will have email server, they will have file server, they will have domain controller. Okay, they need fast connection between them. Okay. We call this a site. We call this a site. Okay. So a site represents the physical topology in Active Directory. So it's a physical location. What is replication? Replication is when you synchronize your directory on all the servers. This is very important, you know, because we are talking about very high speed. Everything should be synchronized. And here you uploaded a new domain. Let's say you uploaded a new server, a new URL. Once you upload it, it will take some time to replicate, but after that it will be known to all over the world. How does this happen? Replication. Okay. This is the speed of light. So, I told you about the speed of light before. Yes. What is the speed of light? 300,000 kilometers per second. And the signal can circulate the air how many times per second? 8 times per second. يعني بتلف الارض حوالي 8 مرات في ثانيه، يعني بس نحكي هيك السيجنال، عشان هيك الانترنت فاست والكوميونيكيشن اوكي. طب if I want to send a signal to the sun, how long it will take? almost 8 minutes. ما شاء الله كويس. انت رحت يعني جربت؟
لا دكتور بداري.
Very good. So in the Active Directory we have objects, we have classes, we have attributes, okay, in the schema. So what does replication do? Replication synchronize the schema among all DCs in the forest. This is the advantage of the scheme. And Microsoft introduced Microsoft Passport, which enable users to authenticate without a password, okay? Using the Fast ID online technology, FIDO. Did you hear about it? The single sign-in service, wallet service, things like that. It's a more FIDO. How do we install Active Directory? We just mentioned, and we will do it in the lab. Inshallah, you will add it as a role. It will be added as a role. And then you will follow the wizard. Okay? So these are the steps. They are just explaining for you the steps. Okay, read the summary, please. Now I have an exercise we can do it together on Kahoot, okay?